Welcome to British summertime. Wow! So it's the 1st of July. I'm out with 7 of my usual charges, the dogs, and it's the first day of the kids' holidays here in Scotland, and it's miserable. It's grey, it's drizzly just now. It has been raining quite heavily and it's going to rain again in a few minutes, so I'm out kind of with a bit of anticipation today, a bit of dread in the sense that we're going to bump into lots of people having picnics and playing rounders and doing lots of outdoor sort of activities, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think the dogs are going to be kind of left to their own devices for the most part, and yeah, we're the only people around just now, so I urge you, please join me, and I'll show you all the highlights of the dogs and all the things that we get up to over this hour, hopefully staying dry and hopefully staying out of trouble, but you'll only know if you stay with us. Right, over to the dogs. Hello guys. We're doing quite a lot of rolling around, gang. Yeah, this is nice. Alfie, have you hurt your feet, bud? Alfie, are you okay? Have you hurt your feet? You're really licking away at them. Yeah, you okay? Okay. We all okay? Good. Good. I think it's fair to say I'm not really a huge fan of when the kids are on holiday. It puts quite a strain on the environments that we use, and to be fair, I love the fact that kids and their families use the outdoor spaces. Don't get me wrong, I really do think that all of this beautiful space should be enjoyed by all the kids of Edinburgh, but if they all come here, it leaves the question, where do I take these guys? And that is actually quite a tricky subject, because you know, if I take them to the beach, there's undoubtedly going to be families at the beach. If we take them into the woods, there'll be people in there, and so it's kind of a tough one for us. It's kind of a tough. So we have to be on our best behaviour. And on that note, Barney on his first day back has a little bit of paint-up energy, buddy, don't you? Yes, you're a little bit wired. But this is the beauty of the pack, is that we can allow the dogs to express themselves and get tension and frustration out, and if we need to, we can call them back in and relax. So let's see if we can get them to stop this on camera. On cue. Hey, no me. Charlie, Barney, thank you. Sit nice. Oh, excuse me, young man. Remember your manners. Sit nice, Alfie, thank you. Boy. Good, you guys, thank you. Good. Have you been nice now? Good boy, good. You gonna catch this, Rhea? Catch it. Nah. You're just not interested in this food at the moment, are you, sweetie? There we go. Well, I started off talking about one thing there, and then we started talking about something completely different by the end of that little snippet. But yeah, it's fair to say that school holidays are a tough time of year for us, so stay with us and we'll see how we get on. Barney's just taking himself off up front, which usually means he's off to do the toilet. I don't think we'll miss it on this tiny little path. What are you saying, buddy? We've got the making of some blackberries or brambles, however you want to describe them. Or maybe they're actually raspberries, these ones. You having a good old sniff there, Alfie? Is that the right etiquette? You guys okay? Yeah. It's the rain on. Come on. Oh, he did know someone was there. He did know someone was there, Juno. That's good. Yeah. Good girl. Come on, Alfie. Come on, buddy. Good guy. Yeah. Definitely one of the things worth talking about that we saw earlier in the video was little Barney being a little bit feisty and frustrated with his fellow pack members and having a bit of a play fight. And it's worth pointing out that like every mammal has aggression, every single one, whether it be mice or dogs or humans or whales or whatever. There's that aggression within the body, and there's different ways that you can get rid of that aggression, as I'm sure you guys will be aware of. But you know, from the dog's perspective, certain things that we can do to kind of get that aggressive energy out of the body would be like a lot of sniffing, a long walk, lots of explosive energy. Sleeping is another way, but also just actually allowing the aggression to be put to aggressive use. So not fighting, obviously that would get rid of it as well, but the actual act of play fighting and playing with their friends in that kind of same capacity and that they would use in a fight. So when it comes to these dogs and the guys that I know really well, you know, I've walked Barney now for what, 4 years? Is it? Thereabouts? So I know him pretty well, and yeah, with things like that you're going to allow that play to come out, because I know that we can stop it if we need to, if it gets too out of hand. And in my opinion, it's better for them to let it out if they have it in them than it is for them to hold it up. If they hold it in and they're kind of isolated from other dogs and they don't get the opportunity to express themselves playfully or aggressively, then what happens is you get proper problems with the dog sort of further down the line, where the brain sort of changes in the sense that it's like, well, every dog must be a problem to me, and so I'm going to fight with every single thing that comes my way, and that's obviously what we don't want. So allowing the dog to get that out, and yourself, you know, this applies to you as well. Let that aggression out, go for a run, have a sleep, have some food, have a nap, and get it out of your system, because if you hold on to it, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. Listen to that rain. Come on, Juno. Come on, see her. What's going on here? There's a few different ways you can tell if the dog is being aggressive and trying to fight, or if it's something that's reciprocated by the other dog or the other dogs in the situation. And probably the one that's the easiest to kind of distinguish is when the dogs are doing this kind of sniffing, sneezing, snorting kind of noise, a kind of like that. If they do that, it's usually a very good sign that they're not trying to hurt the other dog, it's all in play. And other things that you want to watch out for, the play bow. So legs out forward, head down, bum up in the air, and kind of face to face with the other dog in a kind of standoff situation whilst that's happening. Usually what happens is the dogs will take turns about, so it's not just one-sided, it's not just one dog beating up the other dog. And then the other thing is that the dogs in question will mirror each other and they'll match each other's energy. So watch out for that. If they're doing that, they're doing kind of all of those things in combination. Let it happen. Let it happen. And just be aware of it boiling over. So there will be a point where it gets too much for one of them and then it turns into, I'm going to tell you off. Usually when that happens, that's called a cut-off cue. And when that cut-off cue happens, usually the dogs in question will just come to a natural stop. And that would be the perfect time to call your dog over. Maybe give them a little biscuit for coming back to you with the good recall. And then my advice would be, don't leave on that note. Let the dog go and say hello again before you maybe move on, because you don't want it to be left on a sour ending. So we would always try and leave the dogs on a positive. Any dogs that we experience in the wild as it was, you know, when we come across other dogs, even if they're not happy, we'll always try and leave on a good experience, so that the next time you see that dog, the last memory we have was a good one. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Never really thought about talking about that before, so I hope that's quite a helpful little tool for you to understand, and we'll maybe try and show you some more of these behaviours if they happen. But my guess is the pack are pretty knackered, and I think that could be them in this state for the rest of our walk. Go on, Charlie. I think Barney's had it. Come and see me, buddy. What's this? Charlie, what's this? Good boy. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. There we go. You like the open space, bud, don't you? You love it. Let me see if we can get you going. I'm coming to get you, bud. I'm coming to get you. Good boy. Oh, here's Ruby. Here's Ruby. When Ruby gave up there, that's a cut-off cue. Charlie's still doing his thing. He was doing something different, but when it came to those two interacting together, she gave up, and that's a cut-off cue. That's a natural cut-off cue. That would be a great time to call Ruby over and reward her for giving up naturally, rather than one of them being defeated. So there we go. There's a good example. Come on then. It's alright, Alf. Right, buddy boy. Good now. Cute one. Cute one. Good girl. I see that tail swooshing. I know. You're okay. I see you guys. I see you, sweetie. Good girl. Good boy. Good boy. Where's that reverse? Where's that reverse? Where's that reverse? Come on, keep coming, keep coming. We're overlooking my great city, and actually in every direction it looks like we're going to have rain. So wherever the wind is coming from, I'm sure this afternoon we're going to get a little bit of a splash. But for these guys, we're just about done. Ring in. Alfie, good boy. So I'm going to get them on the lead. I'll maybe set up the camera so you can see that happening, because I know a few of you quite like that. And then we're going to get them back home. Right, let's get them on the lead. Hang on. Listen, Charlie. Good boy. Charlie, what's this? Come. Good job, it's good. Real? Real? Alright. Real. Good. Good. Come on in. Guys, sorry, that was my leg. Well, that brings me and you to the end of our session. I'm about to get the dogs back into the van. We're just a few minutes away from that, and then give them a quick towel off, maybe some water and a biscuit for being good, and I'll get them home. And I think they'll probably sleep for most of the afternoon because they've been very active. For me and the gang, we're just going to stop here to let this guy pass. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.